Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all keeping in good health, safe and fit. Myself Mrs. Hansa Pawar, I am from New Catholic Mission School, Jhabua, and I will be teaching you class 12th business studies. As you all know that in this particular business study book, class 12th, we have two parts. That is, we have two sections. The first is principles and functions of management, and the second part comprises of business, finance and marketing. Now in this session or in this class, we will start with our chapter 1, that is nature and significance of management. So first we will start with the introduction part. When we say introduction, means it is all about the theme all over of the chapter, that is management, the word management, which we will keep on repeating. So first you try to understand the meaning of the word management. Management means to manage, to adjust ourselves according to the present situations, how we are dealing with various problems or situations on day-to-day basis. That is management. How we try to adjust ourselves with the situations, that is management or adjustment. But when it comes to terms of business, there is a wide definition or variety of definition of the word management. We will here in this video start with the modern concept of management. So the first topic or the first content, you can see that these are some of the contents which we will cover in this chapter 1. I'll try hard to at least finish few topics in this chapter. The first one which we will start with is the introduction part. When we say introduction, we can see that management's definition is given by or laid down by various economists in different ways. But in terms of business, we see that all the successful organizations in the world do not achieve their success by luck or by chance, but they achieve this success by constant or deliberate efforts by them and their employees to achieve certain organizational aims or goals. Now the second thing which we will learn here is in the introduction, that management is essential for all the organization. That means it is a pervasive topic. It is prevalent or it is required everywhere, whether big organization or small, profitable or non-profitable. When we say non-profitable, it means the organizations which are established or which are set up for the purpose of charity or providing welfare to the weaker section of the society, like NGOs we have, or service sector or manufacturing sector. When we say manufacturing sector here means when the industries where we convert raw materials or input into finished or semi-finished goods. And one thing which is very common in all the organization, there are two common elements, that is management and manager. Without these two, that is management and manager, we can't think of continuing the organization, because all the organization have certain aim, purpose or goal which they need to achieve, and for this they need to plan out everything. So there are various functions which management and managers all together perform. Now management consists of a series, as I said, that management consists of a series of interrelated functions. When we say interrelated means all the functions, say planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, all are related to each other and that are performed by all the managers. That is, all the managers, it's their responsibility or their duty to perform all these functions. Managers take decision as to who will do what. Along with this, along with planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, managers are also deciding about who will do what. That means which employee will be assigned which kind of task, then when they will do it. That means what will be the time or what will be the actual time assigned to them and what resources they will use. When we say resources here means resources, as you all know, there are three kinds of resources: physical resource, financial resource and human resource which a manager needs to use. When we say physical resource, it comprises of machines, materials, equipments and so many things. When we say financial resources, it is the availability of money. When we say human resource, it actually comprises of the employees and the workers and the staffs which are actually trying to finish or trying to accomplish their goals. That is the common goals of the management. Now, we can have some real life examples also about this organization. It can be Shiv Nadar of SCL Enterprises. It can be Bill Gates of Microsoft companies, and it can even be the principal of your school. All these people are actually engaged in the management of their institutes, organizations, companies, firms, whatever in which they are assigned to. So all these people are called as managers. Even we can be called as manager. You can be called as manager. Like this online session. Okay, for this online session, I need to prepare what I will be going to teach you, the content, how I will teach you, like using which kind of tools, equipments which are required, like this board and various electronic gadgets. So for that, for all that, I need to plan out everything, organize everything. So this is what management. So I can be called as a manager, and even you can be called as a manager. How? Like suppose you want to arrange a party. Okay, now what sort of thing you need? You need to plan out that to whom you will invite in the party, your friends, relatives and so on. After that you will arrange about that what kind of food you will serve to them. So for that you need to hire some caterers and so many other things. The place where you will keep your party. Okay, so all these things which you require to do. For this you need to plan out and organize each and every activities. So what is that? That is management. You are trying to manage for certain purpose or aim. And what is that purpose or aim? That is you want to give a party. And you want that your party should be, a great surprise for everything. And everybody must enjoy your party. So for that you need to plan out everything. Now this is about management. Now proceeding to our topic, next topic, I hope you understand the term management. Now proceeding to our next topic, that is concept of management. When we say concept of management means what is all about management in terms of commerce. Okay, so management can be defined as management is a process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Now what you can see on the board, that there are three main words which are used to complete the definition. It is process, efficiently and effectively. The first thing which we will take care of, that is the word process. When we say process, what comes in our mind? That it can be a series or a sequence of certain steps which are in order, or a procedure. Okay, so we can call it process. So process refers to a series or sequence of some orderly steps to perform various functions and get the things done. That means to accomplish certain task or accomplish certain goal, we need to perform certain orderly steps, or we need to follow those steps. The functions can be in an organization. The functions can be planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Manager decides about how to perform these functions. That means, as I said earlier, that two common elements are there in the organization, management and manager. So it is the duty or accountability of a manager to decide what to do, who will do what, when they will do it, and what kind of resources they will use to accomplish certain aim or goal which is laid down by the organization. The second word is effectiveness. When we say effectiveness, what comes in your mind? The first word is effect, that is influence. Okay, so the task which is accomplished by the employees, by the management, it must be very effective. When we say effective means it is actually time bounded. That means it is something related to completion of the task at right time. So it is concerned with doing the right task at right time for achieving the goals which are laid by the organization. And Of course, by proper utilization of the resources also, that we can complete our task on right time by properly utilizing. When we say properly utilization of resources means we should not waste any resources. Again, resources, I hope earlier I have told you that resources can be financial, it can be physical, or it can be human resources. So we should not waste that. So that is effectively which is time bounded, that is doing right task at right time for completion of the task. Third word which we come across is efficiently. Sometimes you may have heard this word that this person is a very efficient, this employee is very efficient. So efficiency here means which is bounded with a cost effective manner. That means it is actually focusing more on reducing or minimizing the cost to complete the thing. It refers to completing the task in the right way. When we say right way means the optimum utilization of resources and with minimum cost. Okay, that is to reduce the expenses and deriving benefits by optimum utilization of resources. That is, the word efficiently focuses more on optimum utilization of resources but with reducing or minimizing the expenses or cost of the organization. It focuses basically on using less input to increase the output, that minimizing the inputs and maximizing the output. It focuses on using less input and increasing more output. So this was all about the concept of management. I hope you understand. Now moving ahead to our next topic, that is characteristics of management. Many times you have heard this word characteristics. It can be called as features also and it can be called as characteristics also, all the same. As a commerce student you will come across this word many times. Okay, all this word characteristics, features, advantages, disadvantages, limitations and all such things, importance, functions, etc. So we will try to complete this topic, that is characteristics of management. The first topic which we will, or first characteristic which we will do is management is a goal-oriented process. When we say goal-oriented means it is somewhat related to fulfilling or accomplishing the goal which is laid by the organization. So management always aims at achieving the organizational goals. That is, management always focuses more on achievement of the goals or aims by uniting or to bring together. When we say uniting means to bring together the efforts of various individuals who are performing various functions. As you all know, in any business or in any company or organization, there are various employees working in it, at various posts, at various departments. All of them are doing their own individual task which is assigned to them. It is the duty of the manager to integrate or to unite their efforts to fulfill the common organizational goals. So when we say management is goal oriented, it is by uniting or bringing together the efforts of different individuals towards the achievement of common organizational goals. Now moving to second topic, that is management is pervasive. The word pervasive means which is prevalent everywhere, which is required everywhere. We say management is a universal topic. As I said, we, you, all are managers. We all on our daily basis try to manage with the things. So management, which is a pervasive topic, which is prevalent everywhere. Management is required in all the organizations, whether big organization, small organization, profitable, non-profitable, manufacturing sector, service sector, everywhere we have management. And without management, we can't think of completing the task or performing the various functions. The concept of management, we can see that it is used in the whole world. Whole world is using the concept of management, but it may differ from each other. For example, if we see the management of hospitals, hotels, schools, colleges and all this, the management is done there, but it differs from each other. That is, their strategies may be different, their functions may be different. So it is required in everywhere, companies, hospitals, hotels, schools, etc. So can we say that management is pervasive? Now third topic which we will do is management is multi-dimensional. When we say multi-dimensional means it has many aspects, many phases. Management is not restricted with one single or individual activity. It is a combination of three things. That is management of work, management of people and management of operation. First we will start with management of work. When we say work, it can also be called as task. And all organizations are set up to perform some task or goal. That means all the organizations are actually assigned or actually performing certain task or goal. The task or work depends upon their nature of business. As I said earlier, that in hospitals, in schools, in business organization, profitable whether non-profitable, all are doing management. But their nature of business and nature of management is quite different. So the task or work depends upon the nature of the business. Management makes sure that work is accomplished, and management is trying to make sure that the work should be accomplished or achieved effectively as well as efficiently. When we say effectively, it means completion of the task at right time. When we say efficiently, means by minimizing the cost and by optimum utilization of the resources. Like the task of the school management. In your school, again there is a school management who is actually there to manage everything, whatever functions are done in the schools. So human resources are the important assets of the organization. Management has to get the task accomplished through people. When we say that management wanted to accomplish the task through people, means with the help of the people. Here people means the employees, the workers. With the help of these employees and workers, management tries to accomplish their task. Managers can increase their efficiencies also. Even manager tries very hard to increase the efficiencies of their employees. How? By fulfilling their various needs. These needs can be financial needs, that is by providing them better salary, better increments, chances of promotions, motivating them, encouraging them to do the work, guiding them or directing them to do the work properly. So by all this, a management tries very hard to increase the efficiencies of the employees. Now third is management of the operations. Operation refers to all the activities of a production cycle, such as buying inputs. Here inputs means men, machine, material and all such things which are required to complete the output. Converting them into finished or semi-finished goods, that is purchasing or buying the inputs or raw materials to convert them into finished or semi-finished goods. This is the task of the organization or management of operations. With that, management also decides about what work. That means with this, along with this, management also decides about that what work has to be done. That means what actually has to be done, how it has to be done. When we say how it has to be done, means it comprises of certain techniques or methods to be used to perform the functions. Now here techniques means there are two kinds of technique: labor intensive technique and capital intensive technique. Okay, so how it has to be done, that is what kind of technology or methods you will use to complete the task, and who will do it. That means which employee will be assigned the particular task, that is what to do, how to do and who will do what. So this was all about the third topic, that is management is a multi-dimensional. All about the third topic, that is management is multi-dimensional. Now moving ahead to our next topic, that is management is a continuous process. When we say continuous, means which never stops, never ending, okay, which is done continuously. So management is a continuous or never ending function. It never ends. If the organization is working, if the organization is there, so management is keep on doing the function, keep on doing the activities. That is, it never pauses, it never stops, and it is an ongoing process. Ongoing means never ending. And all the functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling are performed continuously by all the managers. There are various managers in the organization and all are constantly performing these functions of the management, that is planning out everything, organizing the resources, staffing. Staffing here means where we recruit and we select the employees. Recruitment means when we call the employees and out of those recruited employees we select some employees. Then directing the employees. Directing means motivating the employees and controlling all the activities to achieve certain goals. Then our next characteristics is management is a group activity. When we say group activity, it is actually a teamwork. Now our fifth characteristics is management is a group activity. When we say group activity means it's a teamwork which is performed by various individuals who are working in the organization. It is a teamwork and management always refers to a group effort, not individual efforts. Okay, and the managers tries hard to unite all the individual work which is done by the various employees. And each individual perform his or her role. That means each and every employee, whatever task is provided to them, they are dutiful. Each individual perform his or her role. That means each and every individual employee is given certain task. It is his duty to perform that task, whichever department may be. That is, each and every individual has a different role or different functions to perform. Then only management function can be executed. That means because of these many individuals, those who are performing in different departments at different posts, at different status, the functions, their work, everything differs. But when all of them are doing their own work, that managers can integrate their work and the execution can be done to achieve the goal. Now sixth topic is management is a dynamic function. When we hear this word dynamic, many times you have heard this word that this particular star or that particular star or that particular person is a dynamic person. He has a dynamic personality. Dynamic means which is ever changing. It is not a static concept. Okay, we are not talking about the movies. So dynamic means which is not static and it is ever changing. When we talk about business or organization, it is quite possible that the business companies and various organizations who are working in this whole world, they have to face various competitions. That is a cutthroat competitions they need to face. There are various products available in the market. Each and every company is trying to compete with other products, other companies in the market just to attract more and more customer, to increase their sales volume, for their growth, for their maximum profit, for their goodwill, reputation and so on. So when we say management is a dynamic thing, the internal environment of the organization, that is the internal environment of the business, that is internal management of the business, it is always influenced by the changes taking place in the external environment. Here external environment means there are various changes taking place in the external environment. It can be political changes, that is change of political parties, government, system, administration. It can be a social changes in social environment. In society their taste, habit, fashion, likings, disliking, or it can be some economical changes or technical changes. When we say technical changes here means changes in technology. Okay, old technology, new technology, updated one, latest technology and so on. So these are the four elements which are actually affecting, that is social, political, technical or economical environment, which is actually influencing the internal environment of the. For example, if you are running a textile or clothing industry, you need to be well aware about the latest changes in fashion or trends. Then only you can earn profit. How? You will try to make those kind of clothing, taking care of the fashion, latest changes, you will apply on that, then only your product will be sold. So in order to survive and earn maximum profit in this competitive world, where we have various companies who are entered in the market, the management has to make changes in their goals, objectives and other activities taking place in the organization. That means the organization needs to keep on changing their plans, objectives, their aims, their pattern of doing the work, functions, and so on. Just like I said, if you have any cotton or clothing or textile industries, you need to be very cautious about the latest trend or changes which are taken place. So you need to be very careful, and you have to make the product accordingly only. Then only the customers will like your product and will purchase the product. You can increase your sales volume and can have a better reputation and goodwill in the market. Now our next and last topic is intangible. That is intangible. When we say intangible, it means something which cannot be seen or touched, but something which we can feel, or the presence of it can be felt. Management function cannot be physically seen. That means your work, we cannot see your work. Like I am teaching here, you can see me, but you cannot see my efforts, you cannot see my work. So management is intangible. Management function cannot be physically seen, but its presence can be felt. That means we cannot see the management, but we can feel its presence. Like I am teaching here, you can see me, but you cannot see my efforts or my work for it. By seeing the orderliness, that means management can be seen can be felt by seeing the orderliness of the work and the coordinations in the working environment. When we say coordination in the working environment, means cooperation or coordination of various functions or various activities which is done in the environment by various employees. So altogether, when we combine them, when we unite them for achieving certain purpose or goal, we can see that management is actually working. Okay, so this was all about the characteristics of management. I hope you are understanding. Now this is all about our today's video and today's class. It's time to wind up the class. I hope you all liked the video. If you have any queries, you can ask me. So till then, goodbye, good luck, take care, and God bless you all.